Welcome back and thank you for joining us. We are the Yoders. I'm Joel.
And I'm Roslene.
And in this video, we will be sharing several things that we are grateful for, specifically of our heritage.
Yes. As we were talking about doing this video, I was telling Joel, to be totally transparent as far as my motive for doing this, I think especially in this last season of life and looking forward to the holidays and the family get-togethers, I've just felt the need to remind myself of the things I'm grateful for, specifically in the area of heritage. As some of you know who have been following our journey, my husband grew up Mennonite, I grew up Amish, and we've chosen to, although we still love and embrace many parts of the culture, we're not necessarily part of every aspect of it. In this season, I'm specifically focusing on keeping my heart posture grateful and choosing to focus on the things that I value and that I appreciate, because there's always both two sides to everything. So anyway, what is your first one? Or actually, am I supposed to go first?
Yeah, sure.
We're just kind of shooting from the hip. We did not even share what we're going to be sharing tonight. So we each made our little list and we'll be sharing at least a few of those. Anyway, first of all, the first one I wrote down is, of course, I am very grateful to have been raised in a family, in a heritage that acknowledged God, and that I was given the opportunity to start a relationship with my Heavenly Father at a young age. I'm not saying not everybody has that opportunity, but I do believe being raised in the church is definitely a blessing. It comes with its pros and cons, but I am very grateful for that. What's yours?
Yes, so one of them was also grateful to have had the opportunity to be raised in church. I'm a pastor's kid, so we always went to church. We had church
3 times a week.
Yeah, Sunday morning, Sunday night, and Wednesday night. So I believe through that, it was something we were consistent in. Very seldom that I was not at church. Probably several years before we got married, I of course had motivation to go other than just church. I had a girlfriend there that
We're getting
liked,
off topic.
But hey, no, it's not off topic. I was grateful for that.
Okay,
so,
sorry.
But yeah, I learned a lot. That's where I started a relationship with Jesus as my Savior, and yeah, there's so much about it to be grateful for. And just like Marlene said, there's a lot of pros and cons.
Yeah, of course. No setting is perfect. We're not trying to portray that exactly. But it did lay a solid foundation, I believe, for both of us. Anyway, and we're trying to build on that the best we can with the help of God.
Yes.
All right. Are you done with that one? Okay. So I've combined my next two, and this I didn't really realize was actually a gift until I was older, married, and started interacting more with people outside the culture, that I began to realize that having just the usual, or what we consider as a lady, as a woman, I know there are some things for you as well, but for me specifically, just having been taught in the lines of cooking, baking, gardening, preserving food, sewing your own clothes, I just took those things for granted, and I didn't realize that not everybody had the opportunity to grow up with just having those things passed down. So that's something I'm reminded of, that I'm grateful for. Even if I don't use them in every single season of my life, I think it's still a very valuable things to know. And right now I think I'm using all of them. What's next?
So another thing that I'm grateful for is just the simple lifestyle. And when I say simple lifestyle, I grew up without internet. We didn't have much technology. we had cell phones, but that was all I had growing up. And also, as far as college, I never went to college. I'm sure that has its pros and cons as well. I graduated when I was in after 8th grade. I graduated, and
you're still making a good living today.
Yeah, and
you provide well for us.
I often think about it that, there's some college students that are my age. They're just graduating and just getting ready to get into the workforce, where I have a business now for close to 5 years now, and I'm sure I would have learned a lot if I would have gone to college. Might have saved me some headaches, as far as, especially in the technology world.
It's more just trial and error.
Yeah, and I'm grateful for Marlene. She takes care of a lot of the book work in the business, and
we're trying to talk about our heritage, and he keeps coming back to
That's okay.
That's okay, right? I'm just laughing at you. You have a very grateful heart.
Yep.
Well, talking about working, thank you. Talking about working, I wanted to combine that together with the second one, because I was reminded again this past weekend. We were doing a big day of apples and turning that into applesauce. I think we did like 16 bushels, something like that. Anyway, so to me that's quite a bit, and it's fun working together, living in a community where people have those skills and enjoy doing those things together. So I wanted to add that to my other one. Anyway, so my last one is I'm grateful for the family values. I know that in today's world there's not always the traditional setting of having the mama getting to be at home with the children and daddy being the main provider for the family. I'm not necessarily saying it's all wrong, like that's the only right way that it can be done, but I definitely value that, and I'm very grateful for that, and I feel so blessed to have the privilege of doing that for our children. So now I'm getting off subject too, but thank you for being that main provider for us.
Yes. So that's where we'll stop as far as sharing with what we're grateful for about our heritage. And if you don't mind, share in the comments what you are grateful for, especially in your heritage, or of your heritage. And we would like to know what you're grateful for.
For sure. Let's get some positive feedback rolling here. I think I'm just being encouraged by reminding myself, or reminding ourselves, everything that we have to be grateful for, because so easily I tend to be the type that can start focusing on the problems, and I forget about that. But anyway, thank you for sticking with us and listening in, joining into this, creating a list of things we're grateful for. Stick around for just about 5 minutes more. I've got another segment that I'm tagging onto this video, and I think you'll enjoy it. Okay, see you soon. Hey friends, I am here with a special friend today. This is Rosaline, and she has written her first children's book. How old are you, Rosaline?
I am 17 years old.
Isn't that amazing? At 17, she's already written her first book. It is
125
pages. Wow. And this is just the cutest children's book. It has some really cute pictures, as you can see. And not only that, but I have been loving the real life characters and real life happenings. You actually use some of your own family's story and experience.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. First of all, what was the setting? Where was this written from?
They are living in Canada. My family moved up there, and we were missionaries up there for 2 years, and so that's kind of what inspired me to write about it.
Yeah, and so you've literally composed a book of the real memories using these little woods creatures. And it's so cute. And I love how you've incorporated the morals and the lessons that you learned during your stay there. You've shared some of the scriptures your family was memorizing and things that you were learning. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about your experience there and what led you to actually writing this book?
Yeah, so my family moved up there, and like I said, we were there for 2 years, and we would have stayed longer, but my mom and brother got really sick from black mold up there. Yeah, and so we had to move back down, and there was a lot. That was a really tough season for me because I absolutely loved it. And so fast forward a couple years, I got a job as a graphic designer, and that's what I'm still doing. Like, I'm a designer, and I'm designing books for other people. I should write my own.
Oh, for sure.
And so I talked to my friend. She was excited about it, and my mom was excited about it. And yeah, we actually lived beside Beaver Lake Camp, or Beaver Lake, sorry, in Canada. And so that's where we got the inspiration of using beavers. I started, I just kept on dreaming about the book and getting ideas. And so one night I just grabbed a tablet and pencil and just started writing. And I soon discovered it was going to take way too long to just write with a pencil. So I bought a computer and started typing it all out. And yeah, my mom helped a lot with proofreading and giving me great ideas and just encouraging me because I felt like quitting a lot. And but I made it a New Year's goal to finish it this year, and I really didn't want to give up on that.
Wow. And you were telling me just off camera how you started your graphic design job last year in October.
Yeah.
What was the date?
It was October 23rd.
And this year, your book came out.
Yeah, the exact day, the 1 year anniversary from when I started my job. And
very good.
If I wouldn't have started doing graphic design, there's no way I could have done a book.
Well, I am so proud of you, Rosaline, and I'm sure your parents are as well. I know you guys are. I heard a little bit from your mom. I can't imagine the amount of work that goes into something like this, especially setting up the pictures and all those cute little add-ons. You also included a very unique feature in the back here. I loved how you shared, do you mind explaining this? Basically, where you introduce your family and the beavers.
So in the front here, so I'm Willow. And so here's Willow, and then my real name, Rosaline. And then there's a little bit of description for each one. It's kind of like the acknowledgments, but it's a little bit more kid-friendly and makes it interesting for the people that read it and know our family.
Sure. And it makes sense then when you're reading the story. Reading about Mom and Pa. Anyway, well, where can they find you, or where can they find this cute book for maybe some of you guys are looking for some gifts for this holiday season? If you have grandchildren, children, Sunday school students, nieces and nephews, what children don't enjoy a book with some good real life stories and morals? So,
it's my dad designed a website or built a website for me. It's at www.honeybeedesignsco.com.
Okay. And I will drop that on the screen for you guys, as well as down in the description box that is just below the title of the video. Click on the 3 dots and you'll have the link directly to your website. You also have some other products, right?
Yeah, we're continuing to add some more products here. Bookmarkers that go along with the stories. There's 6 in a pack that you can choose that go along with the book.
And the same cute little creatures.
I
like looking at the pictures. I know I'm an adult and I can read, but I still page through and I look at the pictures. Anyway, thank you so much for coming on here and sharing this with us. And not only that, but thank you for sharing your talent and your gift with the world. I really believe that's what we're here for, is to share what God has put on the inside of you with other people. So God bless you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching today's video. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.